What's up, everybody? Your boy Bert Kreischer's throwing the biggest party of the summer. The Fully Loaded Comedy Festival is back, hitting up Joseph P. Riley Jr. Park on June 13th. Catch Bert and his favorite comedians like Big J. Okerson, Chad Daniels, Cypher Sounds, Dan Soder, Dave Attell, Kelsey Cook, Mark Norman, and you never know who's dropping by. Don't miss the hottest party of the summer. Get your tickets now at milb.com/Charleston. What's up, everybody? Your boy Bert Kreischer's throwing the biggest party of the summer. The Fully Loaded Comedy Festival is back, hitting up Joseph P. Riley Jr. Park on June 13th. Catch Bert and his favorite comedians like Big J. Okerson, Chad Daniels, Cypher Sounds, Dan Soder, Dave Attell, Kelsey Cook, Mark Norman, and you never know who's dropping by. Don't miss the hottest party of the summer. Get your tickets now at milb.com/Charleston.
You are listening to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, Vatsal Vora. This is the Cricket Corner podcast. My name is Vatsal Vora and welcome back to yet another episode covering the 2024 T20 World Cup, which is currently being played in the Caribbean and the United States. And phew, well, that was too close for comfort in the end. It felt like the game could have gone either way, but India have just defeated the host United States of America by 7 wickets in New York. Well, on paper, if you haven't watched this game, it would feel like, yeah, India did lose 3 wickets, but they eventually chased down the score with relative ease, particularly when you see that the two batters who have taken you to a victory have both scored 50 and 31 runs respectively. But boy, oh boy, that wasn't the case at all. It was nerve-wracking to say the least. It was one of the games where things could have gone wrong. Things did start to get a bit wrong towards the early stages of the Indian innings, but in the end, Team India did prevail and beat USA by 7 wickets. Well, we have all known this New York pitch by now. It is slow, it is sluggish, it is two-paced, the bounce is uncertain. There is a lot of debate surrounding this New York pitch, but more games that have been played here, I think this was probably the last game which was played in New York, but I think everyone is now a big fan of this New York pitch because of the amount of uncertainty it has created in this tournament. And this is a kind of pitch where a score of anything above 100 or 110 is a total which can cause troubles when the opposition comes out to bat. And that is exactly what happened. On paper, before the game, it was arguably one of the most one-sided matches in this World Cup. The might of India up against USA, who are playing in their first ICC tournament. India won the toss and Rohit Sharma put USA into bat. USA only managed to score 110 runs. They lost 8 wickets in the process and they batted their full quota of 20 overs. India did manage to chase it down, but they were only 8 balls away. They chased down the total with 8 balls to spare, so in 18.2 overs, and it was a bit too close for comfort. And the United States of America can take a lot of pride in the way they have tackled and battled against this formidable Indian side, because let's be honest, India were unchanged. So the team which has played in their previous 2 matches against Ireland and Pakistan, it was the same team which played against the United States. It wasn't like India were taking this game a bit too lightly by playing, let's say, someone like Yashasvi Jaiswal or bringing in Kuldeep Yadav of Yuzvendra Chahal or sorts. They didn't do that. They stuck with their composition. They stuck with the players that they have used in the opening 2 matches. And despite that, it was pretty close. And credit to Team India for eventually crossing the line, but it was a bit too close for comfort in the end. India at one point were 10 for 2 when both Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma were dismissed by none other than our very own favorite player, a new favorite player in the form of Saurabh Netravelkar, the guy working in Oracle, has taken a leave of a couple of weeks to play international cricket with the United States. He was the guy who took the opening 2 wickets. He first dismissed Virat Kohli of a very first delivery. Kohli's bad run in this tournament continues, and he's now just scored 5 runs in the opening 3 matches. He scored just 1 against Ireland, just 4 runs against Pakistan, and now he's dismissed for a golden duck against United States. Netravelkar bowling a ball which has been a bane of Kohli's existence ever since he's playing international cricket. A ball, fuller length delivery just outside off stump at probably 4th or 5th stump line. Kohli trying to drive, picking out an outside edge, and an easy catch for the wicketkeeper. We have seen this happen so many times now. A ball outside off stump is Kohli's big weakness. We saw it being exploited against Pakistan, and now we have seen that exploited again against USA. Then it was Rohit Sharma in the very next over, if I'm not wrong. No, in 2 overs time, Rohit Sharma trying to hit one over the covers, going straight into the hands of mid-on, where Harmeet Singh was stranded, and Rohit Sharma was dismissed for 3. After that, there was a little bit of partnership between Rishabh Pant and Surya Kumar Yadav, a partnership of just 29 runs. But in the grand scheme of things, when the target is just 110, it looks like a very big partnership. But Rishabh Pant was cleaned up by Ali Khan. I think the ball kept a little low when Rishabh was for the delivery that eventually dismissed Rishabh Pant. But he was dismissed for 18. Which meant that after 7.5 overs, India were 39 for 3 and in all kinds of trouble. But I think the partnership of 72 runs of 65 deliveries between Surya Kumar Yadav and Shivam Dube took India home and secured a place for Team India in the Super 8s. They won their opening 3 matches and they have booked a place in the Super 8 of this tournament. But yeah, it was a game where things could have been on the wrong side of history, but fortunately for Team India, that wasn't the case. It was a bit too close for comfort, as I have mentioned already in this podcast. But yeah, I think when Rishabh Pant was dismissed, I think there were alarm bells ringing not only on social media amongst Indian fans, but I'm sure there were a few alarm bells ringing in the Indian camp as well, because Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, both of them have had a poor World Cup so far. Yes, Rohit Sharma has had a double-digit score. If that is something he should be happy about, I'm not sure he is happy about it. But Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have not really performed in this World Cup. Rishabh Pant has been India's star in the opening 2 matches against Ireland and against Pakistan. He scored 36 odd against Ireland and a 40 odd score against Pakistan. So he is bailing India out of tricky situations when they are losing openers early on. But today it felt like a pretty similar sort of a story, that Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are both dismissed. That means Rishabh Pant would once again take the mantle and take India home towards victory. But when he was dismissed for 18 with a score of just 39, I'm sure there were panic around the Indian camp, because Surya Kumar Yadav and Shivam Dube haven't had the best of the tournaments, and then Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel, capable batters, yes, but they haven't proved enough with the bat that you can trust them to see India through. We have seen India being bundled out for 119 against Pakistan in their previous game. Yes, Akshar Patel did get 20 odd runs in that particular game, but Ravindra Jadeja was dismissed for 0, and I think that was the first ball duck. Hardik Pandya managed just 7 odd runs. Shivam Dube and Surya Kumar Yadav were both dismissed in among single digits. So if you look at history, it felt like this could be a big collapse. And a collapse in a run chase. When you are batting first, there is not a lot of pressure. But when you are chasing, that too against an associate nation, there is always lot of pressure on your shoulders because you don't want a humiliating defeat on the big stage in New York when the hosts have played some excellent cricket. They've already beaten Canada and Pakistan, so USA were high on morale, were high on energy heading into this game. They already stated a couple of days before that they are not going to shy down because they're going to play against a big country like India. They don't look at names and whatnot. So they were coming in with a lot of confidence. But I think when it was 39-3, even the newest made USA fan would have thought that, well, we can have a big upset here. But credit to Surya Kumar Yadav and Shivam Dube. Yes, one can argue saying that they are playing against a weaker opposition, but Virat Kohli against a weaker opposition has just scored 1 and not. Rohit Sharma has just scored 3 today. So, and you can only play against the opposition you are up against. So I'm not going to take anything away from Surya Kumar Yadav and Shivam Dube. Surya Kumar Yadav did complete his half century, scoring 50 of 49 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes along the way. I think when the target gotten less, I think when the target was under 20 runs, he started to take some few risks here and there because he knew that India have enough batting that even if he was dismissed, I think the likes of Pandya, Jadeja and Akshar Patel would see them through. But it was in the end he himself, along with Shivam Dube, that saw India cross the line and get to the victory and secure 2 points. Shivam Dube, excellent partner as well. Not the ideal Shivam Dube which we have known in the IPL, where he just comes out, scores at a run rate of 180, 190, 200. Today he scored at a strike average of 88, scoring 31 of 35 deliveries, 1 4 and 1 6. He played according to the conditions, he played according to the situation in hand, and I think his contribution is equally important as Surya Kumar Yadav's half century was, because that pair, they were the only recognized batters in my opinion, because Ravindra Jadeja is not good with the bat in T20s. Hardik Pandya has not shown enough quality with the bat, be it in the IPL or in this tournament. And Akshar Patel is just a wild card from what you can expect or what you cannot. So I'm glad the two batters who were very much under pressure heading into this game and heading now towards the Super 8 stages, both of them were in so much pressure, and I'm glad that they delivered on this tricky New York pitch. So, yep, as I said, India did manage to chase the score down. There was a pretty interesting scenario which took place when India needed 35 runs of the last 5 overs. I think, yes, that was the case, wasn't it? India needed 35 of 30 deliveries, but as soon as the bowler was beginning his run-up, there was a stoppage of play and the two umpires discussing something, and the strike umpire, the one who is standing right in front of the pitch, awarded 5 penalty runs. Earlier it felt like, why have India been given 5 extra runs, like awarded 5 penalty runs? But in the end it was quite clear when the commentators cleared the doubt out that India were awarded 5 penalty runs, as United States had exceeded their 3 warnings of starting an over within 60 seconds. This is kind of a new rule which has been introduced in T20 cricket. I think I first saw this rule being played out in the England versus Pakistan T20 series right before the World Cup, which was played in England, and now this rule is being implemented on the big stage in the T20 World Cup. The rule, if you are not aware, states that the bowling side is entitled to commence the new over within 60 seconds of the previous over. So you can only have a 60-second gap between 2 overs. That means a T20 game which has been seen extended to more than 4 hours. It is basically trying to curtail the increasing time limit of a T20 game. I think you want to keep it short, concise, and this is probably the right rule to implement if you want to concise a T20 game. So I completely understand the rule. I think India were pretty close against Pakistan. I think they exceeded the limit twice. You get 3 warnings. I think India did it twice. Otherwise, Pakistan would have been given 5 extra runs as well. But USA were understandably disappointed, but I think this is the right rule, and unfortunate for USA, because even when India needed 35 of 30, you could have seen USA put in a lot more into their bowling, put in a lot more efforts, because once India were awarded 5 penalty runs, it was basically 30 of 30 run a ball, and I could sense that the US heads and shoulders have dropped in that particular moment. Well, that is part and parcel of the game. I think for associate nations like USA who are playing on the big stage, I think you always learn from each and every game, and I think this will be one of the biggest learnings at the end of the World Cup when USA look back at this historical tournament that they are competing. But it wasn't just about the Indian batting. We need to talk about Indian bowling once again, because it is now a hat-trick of matches where the Indian bowling has seen them claim 2 points in this tournament. We saw how good they were against Ireland. We saw how good they were against Pakistan, the likes of Bumrah and Siraj and Arshdeep and even Hardik Pandya to an extent. This time, Bumrah surprisingly did not pick up a single wicket. It was a game that completely belonged to Arshdeep Singh. His figures were just magical. 4 overs, no maidens, conceded just 9 runs in those 4 overs and picked up 4 wickets. 4 for 9, rightly declared the man of the match in this particular match, and he was just outstanding. He picked up, I think, 2 wickets in the very first over. He picked up Jahangir and Gauss in the very first over. He picked up Jahangir of the very first delivery of the match. He pitched the ball at around good length, swung back in and trapped Jahangir right in front, and he didn't even appeal. He just started celebrating because he knew that the LBW decision would go in his favor, and it did. I think Jahangir didn't even bother taking a review because he knew he was right plumb in front. And exceptional start from Arshdeep Singh. As I mentioned, he picked up 2 wickets early on. Apart from getting Jahangir and Gauss, he also picked up the wicket of Nitish Kumar. He was looking really, really good. And Harmeet Singh, who has proved that he could be a really good pinch hitter lower down the order. As far as USA batting is concerned, Steven Taylor, the opener, did try to push the agenda. He scored 24 of 30 deliveries, scoring 2 sixes along the way. Nitish Kumar was the star with the bat as far as USA are concerned, 27 of 23 for him. But yes, USA managed only 110 from their quota of 20 overs and lost 8 wickets in the process. But I have to give credit to the USA batters, because at no point in time did they shy away from the challenge. Yes, they were losing wickets at regular intervals. Yes, they had to face off against the mighty Indian bowlers who had one of the most dangerous arsenal in the form of Arshdeep Singh, Mohammad Siraj, Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel. But they didn't shy away from the challenge. Steven Taylor scored some mammoth sixes. The sixes were coming at regular intervals as well as the wickets. And Aaron Jones scoring 1 6, Steven Taylor scoring 2 sixes, Nitish Kumar clearing the rope once, Corey Anderson cleared the rope once, and even Harmeet Singh towards the end hit 1 6. So they were trying to do their best, and at no point in time it felt like the USA batters are struggling. Yes, it is the infamous or famous New York pitch. You are always going to have a low scoring game, but when India bowled bad deliveries, they capitalized on it big time. I think Steven Taylor is the perfect example of that. I think he was facing Akshar Patel. Akshar Patel just tossed the ball right outside his off stump, and he didn't even hesitate once. Despite him going at under 80 strike rate, he just scored a beautiful 6 over long on. and the very next ball he was dismissed. So they weren't shy, they were fearless, and I think this is the reason why USA have performed so well in this tournament. They were excellent with the bat against Canada in the opening game in Dallas. Again, fearless approach saw them beat Pakistan in the super over in Dallas as well. Coming in here, a completely different pitch. We have seen the Dallas pitch having a bit for the batters. This pitch has nothing for the batters. They come here, play their first game, and they were just excellent. I think a lot of credit has to go towards the USA batters. The whole social media and media in general would rightfully praise the likes of Saurabh Nedravelkar, but it was the USA batters who showed great spirit as well. As I mentioned, Nitish Kumar, who has been in news for all the right reasons, be it politics or cricket. I'm not talking about the same Nitish Kumar here, so even if there are some international listeners listening this podcast, just Google Nitish Kumar Indian politics and you will understand what I am talking about. But Corey Anderson as well. I think his wicket was quite crucial for Team India. He was dismissed by Hardik Pandya, and if he had batted till the end, I could see USA getting above 120, and that would have really troubled the Indian batters, particularly how the top order has not been really contributing with the bat. But yeah, credit as I mentioned, credit to the Indian bowlers. As I mentioned, Arshdeep Singh was just outstanding with the ball, 4 for 9 for him. It was a rare day where Jasprit Bumrah did not pick up a wicket, and even a rarer day to see his economy being above 6. He conceded 25 runs without picking up a wicket, an economy rate of 6.2. Hardik Pandya is again outstanding. I think he has been the unsung hero as far as Team India are concerned. Team India's bowling unit is concerned in this World Cup. We have seen Arshdeep Singh getting all the plaudits today. Jasprit Bumrah rightfully received all the plaudits against Pakistan, but Hardik Pandya has been outstanding. I think he picked up 3 wickets against Ireland. He picked up 2 wickets against Pakistan, and today once again he's picked up 2 for 14. He did ball 1 maiden as well, and that was how the Team India bowled today. 4 wickets for Arshdeep, as I mentioned, 2 for Hardik Pandya. Akshar Patel picking up 1 wicket as well. The only surprising decision which I could make out of this Indian bowling was that Shivam Dube was given just 1 over. He conceded 11 runs. There was not a single over being given to Ravindra Jadeja. I don't know why that was the reason, but whatever Rohit Sharma has been doing with the ball is working, and it worked today as well. So I would say, despite India racking up the win by 7 wickets, and in the grand scheme of things it looks like a comfortable run chase, it certainly wasn't. I think USA, despite losing, would be super happy with how they have performed against the mighty India. And if they qualify for the Super 8s, which is a real possibility that they would, I think they will take a lot of confidence that if we can go head to head against India, we can certainly do it against other big cricketing nations. So yeah, as I've mentioned earlier in this podcast, India have qualified for the Super 8s. They are the only team to have done so far. Now, it's a straight battle between USA and Pakistan for a place in the Super 8s along with Team India from Group A. As things stand, USA are second. They have 4 points. Pakistan have 2 points. And both the teams have to play one more game, and that is against Ireland. Both the sides have to play Ireland. It is going to be a very close call because Pakistan currently do have a better net run rate. So if they beat Ireland, and if USA beat Ireland, then it's done. It's done. Pakistan have to beat Ireland, and they have to hope that USA lose to Ireland, and that is the only possibility because the game will be played in Fort Lauderdale in Florida, where there's a chance of a washout. If Ireland versus USA or Ireland versus Pakistan game is washed out, then it's USA who qualify. Pakistan cannot afford a rain affected game. The only possible scenario in which they can qualify for the Super 8s is they beat Ireland and Ireland beat US. No other result can see them qualify for the knockout stages or the Super 8s of this tournament, but only time will tell. Fort Lauderdale is infamous for its weather, so anything can happen. But despite the defeat, I think USA are still firmly in the driver's seat, should I say, to qualify for the Super 8s, but only time will tell. The odds are against them at the moment. If Pakistan beat Ireland, then they will have a mountain to climb, but it's actually USA who play before Pakistan, so Pakistan will know exactly what is required or what is not required of them. So it's a wonderful permutation combination with Ireland being at the center of it. But as far as Team India are concerned, they are through and they still have one more game to play against Canada. I think even that one is in Florida as well. So the focus has completely shifted from New York to Florida as far as Group A is concerned. What changes do you think India would make? Well, is Virat Kohli's opening position the right thing to do heading into Super 8s? I don't know. Should you bring a young batter, a fearless batter like Yashasvi Jaiswal? If yes, who do you replace him with? Because Shivam Dube has again proved that he is capable of batting in the middle order. So there is a lot of debate heading into the Super 8 as far as Team India are concerned. But currently, I think they would be happy that they got out of jail with this one, and they can firmly focus on Super 8 with a game against Canada coming beforehand as well. So that was the review review of the game between India and USA. If you enjoyed this episode, then make sure you are liking, sharing and subscribing on YouTube. If you are listening this on Spotify or Apple Podcast, then make sure you are giving me those 5-star ratings should you think I deserve them. However, for the time being, this is me, Vatsal Vora, signing off from New York. Ciao for now.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
What's up, everybody? Your boy Bert Kreischer's throwing the biggest party of the summer. The Fully Loaded Comedy Festival is back, hitting up Joseph P. Riley Jr. Park on June 13th. Catch Bert and his favorite comedians like Big J. Okerson, Chad Daniels, Cypher Sounds, Dan Soder, Dave Attell, Kelsey Cook, Mark Norman. You never know who's dropping by. Don't miss the hottest party of the summer. Get your tickets now at milb.com/Charleston.